A Domino's driver leaves people embarrassed after revealing how much she makes in a day. So, a woman has left TikTok viewers outraged after revealing how much money she makes per shift and just how much she makes and doesn't make from tips. In a series of videos on TikTok, Milena Diaz from the US shared the gripping details behind a typical workday as a Domino's driver. Milena then shared with her 17.4K followers that after working 6 hours and making 19 deliveries, she earned $125 in tips, making an average tip of around $6.58 for each delivery. Tips have traditionally formed an integral part of American hospitality culture, so much so that the video has gone viral, with commenters debating best etiquette when tipping workers. The revelation left viewers in a frenzy, propelling the video to rack up over 500,000 views and thousands of comments, with viewers eager to share their disgust at Milena's no tipping friends. Let's see. So, in a 3-minute clip titled "To Be Honest, This Was So Much Fun," Milena explained a brand new reward system that Domino's launched to encourage employees to take selfies with customers. Through this, workers can earn with wild cards, which could later win them prizes like iPads and days off. So Domino's does this thing where they call it like friends first, she said with glee. We don't call them customers, we call them friends, period. We're doing a competition to see if we can get people to take selfies with us as delivery drivers, and if they take a picture with us in their order, we get a wild card, she added. If we get so many wild cards, we get different rewards. So I'm going to see how many people, how many friends will take selfies with me tonight. So stay tuned. She added detail on the amount of money she received from tips and whether or not people were bothered to take selfies with her or even tip her at all. And Domino states that drivers can earn up to $10 an hour and are expected to make 3 deliveries per hour. Their website explains that an average tip per delivery is $2, granting drivers an hourly tip rate of $6, which then bumps up their hourly earnings to $16. Hmm. Her video stunned many of those watching, with one commenting, "I'm surprised on how many people don't tip their delivery drivers." Now, funny enough, when I was a lot younger, like my family and I basically always tipped like delivery drivers like 10 to 20 bucks depending on basically the amount of delivery, right? Like if they were delivering a lot, it'd probably be more like 20 bucks. If they were just doing like 2 pizzas and a, you know, 2 liter, maybe like a $10 tip. But what's interesting is that recently I've basically been like living in areas where basically no one delivers. So I don't know what people would typically tip for pizza now. So I don't know. If you have more experience with like tipping, like pizza drivers, feel free to give your thoughts because I have like literally no knowledge about it recently. Hmm. I would be so embarrassed not tipping. What's wrong with people? Wrote another. I'm honestly so shocked why people aren't tipping. Added third. That's like common knowledge to tip pizza delivery. So wild hearing all the no tips. I could never do that to my delivery driver, added a fourth. I don't understand how people sleep at night when they don't tip. You deserve all the tips, girl, typed another. And rather perplexed, another asked, I don't get how people can't even bother to tip $1 to have someone drive them their food. Which is kind of interesting when you think about it, right? So hold on, is there like a actual video? Is there? There should be. Hmm. Wait. There's got to be a video. I might have to go to like her TikTok to check it out. Yeah. This should be her TikTok. Full screen.
Hey, welcome back to.
Oh, by the way, her TikTok is at IAMMILENADIAZ. for those that are listening.
No matter how much I make in a night as a Domino's delivery driver. We're still doing the selfie challenge, but it's raining tonight, so if that doesn't let up, I'm probably not going to ask for selfies. But let's get into it. Okay, y'all. Order number one, their total was
By the way, just saying, I don't even remember how long ago it was since I've last seen hoop earrings. That is so crazy to me.
28.73 and no tip. So
Wow, whoa, wow. Wait, at 28.73?
and no tip. So
Hold on. I gotta listen to that again.
73 and
No, a little bit
no
more.
tip.
A little bit more back.
Order number one, their total was 28.73 and no tip.
That's crazy. So nearly like a $30 order, but $0 in tip. That's pretty interesting. I mean, like to not even like give a dollar seems kind of weird to me for like a delivery driver. Like that seems odd.
So on to the next. Okay, order number two, their total was 14.73, no tip.
And again, no tip. Here's the thing. I can understand maybe not tipping a lot, but to literally give zero. Like I mean, I would understand more okay, it's like a dollar tip, $2 tip, $3 tip, right? Maybe even a $5 tip on the lower end. But zero. Like a $0 tip. That's interesting.
Moving on. Okay, order number three, their total was 38.67 and they tipped me $5.
Hey, props to them. Like again, like $5 isn't really that much money, but when you factor in how often some of these people will do deliveries, it could actually really add up.
Order number four, their total was 49.73 and they tipped me $10.38.
Hey, props to them.
Thank you. Okay, order number five. Their total was 27.17, no tip.
No
On
tip.
to the next.
Like again, like that seems so weird to me, right? It seems weird to literally just have no tip.
Order number six. Their total was $40.22. No tip. On to the next.
Wow.
Order number seven. Their total was $128.37, and they tipped me $2. Okay,
That was 100 and what?
and they tipped me. Their total was $128.37, and they tipped me $2.
Yeah, see, like again, here's the thing. It doesn't really matter in terms of like in my mind how much the actual order is. The tipping thing is just a tip, right? Like, okay, I'm tipping this person for basically thanking them for delivering the food, right? Where I don't have to go out and do that, right? Because it's just a hassle. So $2 I'm okay with. $3, $5 I'm okay with, but zero, like there's so many zeros in here that it's just really bothering.
Okay, order number eight. Their total was 45.23, and they tipped me $3. Okay, y'all. Order number nine. Their total was 48.96, and they tipped me $10. Thank you so much. Order number 10. Their total was 48.96, and the guy came outside to get the pizza, and he says, and I quote, "I got you on the app," as if he paid ahead of time and tipped on the app. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." And he indeed did not have me on the app. So on to the next. Order
Okay,
number.
that's like kind of like a scummy thing to do. It's all yeah, yeah. I already tipped you on the app. Yeah, don't worry about it. But really, no, no money. Like just be like, hey, sorry, I got no money to tip you. Like you could just say that, right? Or like, oh, sorry, I'm not going to tip. Or just not even say anything. Weird.
Number 11. Their total was 34.57. The lady was even like, "Oh my gosh, you got here so quick. Thank you." And I was like, "Of course."
Zero
On to
tip.
the next. Order number
God.
12. Their order was $27 even, and they tipped me $3. Order number 13. Their total was 16.57. and they gave me a 20. So $3 is a change. Order number 14, their total was 27.62. No tip, but they invited me to a kickback when I get off. So the offer is worth how much? Order number 15, their order was
Like
23.
one thing's for sure, at least this girl has like a really nice personality and like upbeat personality to be able to kind of deal with all of this because there's only a certain type of people that could really handle customer service in this type of aspect, right? Like you're gonna have to deliver stuff, you gotta be nice to them. Oh great, they didn't tip me, but I gotta go on to the next one with a smile on my face. I mean, props to her because not many people would be good at dealing with it. Because we've all seen those videos of those Karens that start like hitting the person's like door because they're like an Uber Eats driver or whatever, or and like the person like changes the tip or doesn't pay enough on the tip and they go crazy. It's just man, props to her.
20, no tip. It was a contactless delivery, but as I was putting the pizza down, he popped out. So that was awkward. Order number 16, the total was 35.68. No tip, but he said we were very beautiful. So thank you. Order number 17, his total was 30.51. No tip, and he said if this wasn't made by you, then you could take it back. So, order
Wow.
number 18, her total was $21, and she tipped me $3. Order number 19, it was 35.24. No tip.
Like that's so crazy to me. There's so many no tips in this. So many. Let's see some of these comments on here. 128 and a $2 tip. OMG, I feel like since they had the money to pay for all that, they could have tipped a little better because $128, I'd have to tip 15% at least. I just don't know why people don't tip. It's so many not tipping. Tip your drivers, people. That delivery fee does not go to them. I am blown away at the number of people that do not tip the driver. I'm genuinely shocked at how many folks don't tip. $5 minimum tip from me every time. Like, this is the thing to me, right? Like, again, I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, necessarily tipping small amounts of money for this, but at the same time, it's like to tip zero is like such a slap in the face. I've had people literally tip me 8 cents. Their total was 19.92. They gave me a 20 and said keep the change. That is brutal. Oh god. It amazes me how little people tip. Do you get part of the delivery fee? Buh, 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 buh. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with people? You're so positive. See, that's my like viewpoint on this, right? This girl is so positive. Can't believe the amount of people who don't tip. The audacity to not tip is insane. Not sure what is more amazing, how many don't tip or how awesome your attitude is. Like again, like props to her because there's not a lot of people that would still have that type of attitude after everything's said and done. Girl, you can make more on DoorDash, Instacart, and apps like that. How the hell do people not tip? What the heck? Doing DoorDash and Uber Eats, and so many people don't tip as well. I won't order unless I can afford tip, at least $5, but mostly I tip $10. The audacity to not tip. Golly, people don't tip. I just can't believe how many people don't tip. You're adorable, by the way. Now, the good thing is she's not just making money from tips, she's also getting paid an hourly wage too. That's like is different in that situation, like in her situation, because Domino's drivers do get paid an hourly wage, but still, it's very odd. That being said, I do know that it's not too unheard of for pizza delivery people to actually, like on average, on a per month basis, make $1,500 to $3,000 a month, depending on if they're like part time or full time. So it's not bad money, like it's something. So I think over the whole like reality of how much money they end up getting in tips, etc., it probably averages about to where if you were to break down how many how many deliveries she did and broke down like the average tip, it might be like between $2 to $5 per delivery, right? So in the grand scheme of things, probably not that crazy, but definitely sad. Definitely sad though, man.